Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner, and we're joined, as always, on Thursdays by Jeff from BMOCwins.com, which is always very helpful. I feel like our shows with Jeff, there's more winners than when we just do it ourselves. Yesterday, I had a losing day overall, but my totals cashed. My sides were very stupid. I had BC. That was a terrible pick. I had Duquesne won, but I had a bunch of losing sides, but the totals were good. And, yeah, we got a big card tonight, and I'm happy to say that I was able to crunch about 2/3 of these totals, and I didn't have time to crunch any of the sides, so I'm not going to be able to give any shitty sides picks. No, right. Yeah. So we might have a very good show today. Mike Brenner, how many picks do you have for us?
I've only got 2 picks.
Only 2. All right. Jeff from BMOCwins.com. On Thursday, we tend to have a lot of games from the minor conferences, which can be very profitable. How many do you have for us?
I got 3.
All right.
3. All right. I guess let's jump right in.
Pete's got a baker's dozen.
Well, no, I'll probably want to give it
16.
I'll probably want to give it about 8 or 10 totals that I'm liking, and if they win, they win. They lose, they lose.
What the hell?
All right. Let's go to Jeff. I guess let's start with Jeff's first pick of the day. What do you have for us, Jeff?
I'm going to go with Clemson plus 6.5 against Louisville. If Quentin Snyder was playing in this game, I probably would stay away from it or maybe lay the points, but Rick Pitino made it clear, no clear replacement for him. He's a veteran player, a point guard that it really kind of anchors their offense. 12 points a game, 4 assists, really is the floor general for this team. And with no clear replacement, that's concerning to me with a team that, look, Louisville's a good defensive team, but are they great offensively? I'm not sure. And without him, I'm definitely not sure. Last 2 years between these two teams have been pretty close. They're both decided by 6 points or less. And Clemson comes into this game kind of, they played well. I mean, their last 4 games they've lost, I know, but 3 were by 5 or less. They've really been competitive in all their games this year. They're a veteran team with guys that have played Louisville before. They're battle-tested. And I just see this game closer than people might think. I think Clemson's pretty good defensively. Like I said, they've seen Louisville, so it's not like they're totally playing some non-conference team. They're going to get blown off the floor because they haven't seen them. Without Snyder on the floor, I think it's a tough assignment for Louisville here to play against a pretty good Clemson team. This team's played well this year for the most part, and I just think this might be a little too many points. All
right, an interesting call by Jeff from BMOC.
I looked at that one, scratched my head, because I like Louisville at home in certain spots, but with Snyder out, that makes a huge, huge difference. But what worries me is sometimes Clemson gets a little lackadaisical on the road, and I think in their minds they may be thinking, okay, Snyder's not playing. I mean, I'm hoping that this is not what they do. But Louisville and Pitino at home, he's got a way of plugging holes. What he said, I think that was more psychological for the other team. Remember, he is a psychological coach, very, very much like Belichick. They try to throw that stuff out there. Is it true that maybe they don't have anybody? Yeah, but I think what he's doing is psychologically not only for the other team, but for whoever the hell's behind him. He wants to pump this kid up. I got a feeling something tells me they come out and they beat this team tonight. They beat Clemson.
All right, well, it is a split line at 6.5 or 7, so we'll credit Jeff with plus 7 minus 110. Yep. Jeff, do you have anything? Does what Mike said make you nervous?
No, it shouldn't.
Not particularly. No,
Okay.
I still think this is too many points, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be a very, very tight game, but sometimes in situations like that, and I think, to be honest with you, if Snyder was in, I think it would really be a tight game anyway. Something tells me, without them knowing what's going on, they could just run away with it, but hell, I could be wrong. This thing could go south in a minute.
All right, so let's get to Mike Brenner's first pick for today.
Yep, I'm going with it. I'm going with Arizona at USC, giving them 2 points. If it's still 2, is it minus 2?
Arizona at USC.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever. The first half or the full game?
The first half.
Oh, the first half. Okay, let's see. The first half for Arizona at USC, because the full game's gotten bet down. It was 4 on the overnight. Now it's down to a 3 market wide. And the first half,
the full game's 3 now?
Yes. And
heck with it. Give me the full game at 3.
All right,
I love
the
that.
first half is just minus 1.5. All right. So the full game will be. We can actually give you a minus 3 plus 101 on Arizona. So money coming in on USC. Wow.
I mean, that's okay to me. I'll take Sean Miller against that coach any day of the week. And I know USC is playing good and they're at home, but this is the thing where they know they got to get it done. Sean Miller knows they got to get it done. We did that breakdown with Gavassi yesterday on this game. I looked into it last night. I love it. I'm pulling the trigger, Pistol
Well, yeah,
Pete.
I mean, USC's coming off a nice win at Colorado, which is an upset win on the
Yeah,
road. But
Colorado,
before that, they were losing game in and game out ATS. Line has gotten bet down, though. Jeff from BMOCwins.com. What'd you take on that pick?
Yeah, I like it. I don't really Mike was talking about the movement. I don't really get it. I mean, this Arizona team is good. I mentioned on the roundtable, really like this team. And USC, without Benny Boatwright, I'm not sure that they're an option right now. I know they've been good at home, but you look at some of their games recently, some of the step-up games, the Utahs and the Cals and things like that. They haven't been competitive in those games, and they've lost those games. And this Arizona team, you can't mess around. They have so many options. This Markkanen kid, he looks like a young Dirk Nowitzki in his prime. I really like this one. I think USC's a pretty good team. I think Arizona's a great team.
All right, I'll go on Arizona.
Jump in there,
I'll go on
baby.
it first half, -1.5, -108.
It's really
on
funny because a friend of mine 2 days ago was telling me about this Markkanen, and he said the same damn thing. He goes, he reminds me of Dirk Nowitzki. So I can't believe he said that.
All right, so now let's take a look at.
You know what, guys?
Huh?
I'm into
Pull that trigger. He wanted to do it so bad. I love it.
What do you want?
love it.
The full game or the first half?
I'm going to go first half.
First half, okay, -1.5 with me, so we're both on that one. All right, let's see. All right, now let's go to Jeff from BMOCwins.com's second, or now I guess third pick of the day.
This is, yes, it would be the third one. Peter, you mentioned small conferences equal large profits, and I'm going to go down to the Citadel visiting Western Carolina. This is an interesting game, guys.
Yeah.
This is the best offense in the country points-wise against the worst. Western Carolina, the dead last in the country at 59 points a game. They're just dreadful on the offensive end. Should get right a little bit against the Citadel defense, who we all know they are a dumpster fire. But you look at this game. I mean, I'm not quite sure. Maybe, Peter, you can elaborate why Western Carolina is a favorite here. I mean, they haven't been a favorite all year. They failed to cover 9 of 12 overall.
Wow.
And Citadel's been a pretty good road team. They've covered 5 of 7, and I've noticed, guys, you look at their schedule. I mean, they've definitely challenged themselves. I mean, Iowa State and Charleston and Virginia Tech and Arizona. They've definitely, or Arizona State. They've definitely played teams. I think they're a little more battle tested. I don't really get why a team like Western Carolina is the favorite here. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When Citadel's fully healthy, their offense is obviously very tough to stop.
Yeah.
I don't think Western Carolina has the firepower. By the way, no double-digit scorer for Western Carolina. That's pretty unbelievable,
That's
actually.
pretty bad. They need to get the damn kid off the towel kid. Let him give it a shot.
Take a shot with a walk-on or something. They can't shoot threes. I just think Citadel finally, I mean, they've had some tough games this year. I think they finally get an opponent that they should handle pretty easily here. I don't really get this line. To be honest.
I was leaning the same way as you. The only thing I can say is that sometimes when two bad teams match up, the numbers that are indicated by the power ratings get a little bit skewed because they're able to do certain things against weaker teams that they're not able to do at all against tougher teams. But I'm agreeing with you when two weak teams go up against each other and one is like an offensive force. I'm always leaning the offensive force team, and I was.
Where's that being played at?
It's at Western Carolina, but they might not necessarily have.
I went to a Midnight Madness there when they had their opening for college basketball. This is years ago, like back in 1990 something. You talk about a party. That place was wild. I'm telling you, that university, they can bring it. But
I get the feeling they don't do much else there except party.
You know what? That's why there's no double-digit scorers. My God, they need to slow down on Grandpa's left-handed, cigarettes and Grandpa's cough medicine.
They're drinking too much of that moonshine.
Damn right, buddy.
Okay, Citadel +1.5, -105 is Jeff's line for that one. Mike Brenner, what's your second pick?
My second pick is going to be a two-team teaser.
Okay.
And it's going to be UAB.
Okay, 4.5 points.
Yep, it's a 4.5 point teaser at Bet Online.
-110 is what that'll be. Okay, so UAB, that'll be put you at -2.
Exactly, and I'm putting Arizona on it.
Okay, so that'll put you at let's see, that one will be +1.5.
+1.5, and with that being said, that's my only two picks.
Okay.
I'm going Arizona full game, and then Arizona UAB on a two-team teaser, baby.
All right, Jeff from BMOCwins.com, what's your fourth pick for us today?
I'm going to go with the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Ooh, who they playing today?
Santa Clara.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, first of all, their scoring margin is ridiculous. They're outscoring opponents by 22 points this year. You look at their schedule. I mean, they've just been pounding teams. 12-2 against the spread. Peter, I think you've mentioned their ATS great schedule this year. They're also 10-1 against teams with winning records, so they're able to beat these teams that maybe they think should hang around here. Look, Santa Clara's been a pretty good story in that conference this year. They played pretty well, but they're a half-court scoring team. They want to slow it down. They're not exactly going to blow you away on the offensive end. And, for me, look, Gonzaga, 88 points a game in conference. They're shooting 55% against WCC opponents, and
fantastic.
They're so damn good against the 3-point line. They're great defensively. They just have so many different options. I've made it clear I think they're the number one team in the country personally. I don't think they're getting a lot of love as far as where they should be in the rankings, but I am concerned that Santa Clara has covered 7 in a row in this matchup. That's kind of concerning to me here, but listen, I don't see a situation where, if this was 15-16, maybe you look to the dog, but I mean, Gonzaga's just been killing spreads. I mean, they've been big favorites. They're winning by 35, 40. I just don't think Santa Clara has enough firepower here to run with the Zags. I think another blowout's on the horizon here.
Okay,
and
12.5 minus 106.
Yeah, with that being said, big man, when you were saying they've covered like 6 or 7 in the series in a row or whatever, you know what? All good things must come to an end. And you're right. That Gonzaga team, they are so fun to watch. Every damn year they bring it. I don't think they overlook a team like this, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was a 20-point win myself.
All right, that sounds good. Now, I guess I'll just run down the
Here he goes. Turn them loose, baby.
And then we can talk about some of the other major games we'll touch on, and then I guess we'll wrap it up. Okay, one I'm going to give is Eastern Tennessee State and Furman on the over. That's going to be 141, and I'll throw on the first half over on that one as well. Let's see what else. I was thinking about Northeastern Delaware over. Delaware.
How do you remember all this when it comes time to do the ticket?
I don't know. What Delaware can be a very low-scoring team, and it's a little bit risky, a little bit playing with fire, but I'll take it. Northwestern Delaware over 131.5 minus 108. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, I'm also. What do you think about this one? I'm thinking about the under 150 in Maryland, Iowa. I know it's kind of a clash.
That's
but,
at Iowa, right?
Yes, Iowa's been lower scoring recently. Maryland, I'm thinking it might be just a little bit conservative offensively. What do you think about that, big man?
Yeah, again, Peter, Iowa and unders, I'm always a little concerned.
Yeah.
They could definitely fill it up, and they don't play a lot of defense.
Yeah,
but
they don't.
Yeah, Maryland, if they can control tempo, which clearly, if we could answer that question every game, we'd win every game. But, if they could control tempo, I think this game will stand her. But with Iowa, I'm never really interested in unders.
All right, I will take just the first half under on that one.
Yeah,
first half under on that one.
Half.
Then I'm also going to take the over 141.5 in Jacksonville State Belmont. I'll throw that one on there, and I'll also throw the first. I'll also throw the first half over on Jacksonville State Belmont.
Are we still going to get together tonight, the big man, and watch that game, the Belmont Jacksonville State? Let's get together and watch that juggernaut of a game.
Where you wanted to eat dinner at tonight?
And then I'm also, this is an interesting one. BYU tends to be very high scoring in recent years, but this year they've slowed it down a little bit. I'm going to take the under 161. I actually took the 162 on the overnight line in Pepperdine, BYU, and I'll also take the first half under as well, which I think is 77. Let's see.
You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them.
Another one that's just kind of a standard play. I'm going to take under 152 in Montana State, Sacramento State, and let's see. Maybe that'll be it. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. While I've make
famous last words.
While I make sure that I didn't miss anything, what do you think about? Let's talk about the St. Mary's game. A very, very low total and a huge spread over Pacific.
Big spread. That's a scary one.
Yeah. Now St. Mary's has been covering double-digit spreads this year, but this one is up there, 22.5 against Pacific.
I can see him a 17, 18-point win. I was thinking of taking the dog on that. But
Jeff, is this a 10-foot pole game, or do you have anything that might be an edge there?
Well, look, I mean, Pacific's been terrible.
Sure.
And they've also been really bad offensively. Mike, do you happen to know who their coach is, Pacific?
No, I don't. Who is it?
Damon Stoudemire.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. He was a coach in Arizona, left there to become the coach here at Pacific. And look, it's been a tough start for him. This team has had issues on the offensive end. They've had issues stopping teams as well. Also lost. St. Mary's was kind of embarrassed in that game. They went on the road, really kind of were blitzed, had some foul trouble. They should be able to bounce back here. But here's the problem with St. Mary's, guys, and laying big numbers like this. They don't have a lot of possessions. They're one of the slowest tempo teams in the country. So do I think they can cover this? Yeah. Do I think there'll be enough possessions? I don't know, especially with the way Pacific likes to play in the half court. This could be one of those games where it should win, but with the possessions, I'm not sure there's enough.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? Thanks for that info, because I love that. Damon Stoudemire, man, I forgot all about him. You know what? I'm wondering about a first half, though, with St. Mary's. What is the best shot line on
that
the first?
Might be the best play.
You know why? Because they are pissed off. They got a little bit embarrassed. Well, they got a lot embarrassed in that loss. So you got a team like this coming in that's trying to find its legs, even though they're a half-court team. What is it, Pistol?
12.5 or 13
I'm taking
for St.
it.
Mary's.
Give me 12 and a half. I swear to God, give it to me.
12 and a half
Don't
minus
hesitate.
115.
Yep.
12 and a half.
I am in.
All right. And then there's two other totals that I just want to that I forgot about.
I'm
going to take The over in the Cal Oregon game, that's a little bit playing with fire because Cal, of course, can be so low scoring, but they have had some road games that have been very high scoring. So I'm going to take Cal Oregon over. I think that's a 131, and I'm also going to take Weber State North Dakota over 144, and that's about it for me as far as totals are concerned. And Mike Brenner has just added St. Mary's on the first half. We have UCLA State is a massive favorite against Arizona State. You guys have anything to say about that one?
UCLA?
Yeah.
Is it at UCLA?
Yeah, minus 18 over Arizona State. Unbelievable. 18 or 18 and
Wait a minute. Now, that seems like the kind of team they could do what they were doing.
I don't know.
I didn't have time to look into that,
Yeah,
Pete.
Jeff from BMOCwins.com. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
You have anything to say about that one?
I remember last week you guys mentioned you liked Arizona State against Arizona, and they came back through the back door with a cover.
Yes, Bobby Hurley, baby.
Yeah. Peter, I'd be interested to know what your thoughts on that total was.
Man, I'm thinking first half there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 181.5, and I have no opinion on it as of right now.
UCLA should be able to blow Arizona State. I've made it clear.
Hey, guys, I'm going to make this. We've never done this on the show. I think we need to call the car company, bring one up, and all three of us jump in.
No.
Think about it. No. How bad did Arizona pound Arizona State in the first half last week? They crushed them. It was a backdoor cover that came back. UCLA, this is statement time, man. All right, if you guys aren't coming in the car, I'm taking it by myself.
Are you sure?
I'm dead sure. Give me first half UCLA.
UCLA.
And I hope it cashes, and I'm going to drive off the curb and leave you two in the
UCLA in the
smoke.
first half, minus 11, minus 108.
Yep. Give it to me, baby.
Okay. That sounds...
Yeah, listen.
Come on in, big man.
No, I can't come in. UCLA,
Dennis, you better be documenting this one because we are going to have. We're going to have fun with this when we all get together again because this one's winning.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, good luck, Mike. But I can't trust Arizona or UCLA in the defensive end.
Why? What were you going to say about why you're not jumping in on that one?
Come on.
Well, because UCLA to me is not very good defensively. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in them right now. Yeah. And I think Arizona State, for what it's worth, I mean.
Did you guys not see the first half I saw last week? They looked like a dumpster fire, as my good friend would say. I'm not exaggerating. The second half, Sean Miller was like, you know what? This is embarrassing. Let's slow down, guys. Let this guy get the fucking win.
Listen, Mike, let me tell you. Gun to my head, and you told me pick it or blow your head off. I would take UCLA, but I don't.
I'm just trying to drive you guys to the bank. I feel really, really good about this. First time we did this show where something just came so freaking clear. Okay, it's all good. We're all still buddies.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Are there any other favorites you'd like to add on the first half, Mike Brenner? How about let's find a big one. Let's find a big one.
Yeah. Oh, you take your little shot there. All right.
Yeah, that was a shot. But
it was a shot.
A good natured shot.
7-2.
Yes.
I am 7-2 in my last 9 picks. I'm not at all wavering off of this one.
Hey, Mike, what do you think about the first half Idaho, Southern Utah?
Or how about I got one. I got one here. BYU on the first half. BYU, the full game is
that's a dumpster fire team.
Full game
right
19
there,
is minus 18.5.
They're not the same BYU team they used to be 10, 20 years ago.
All right. Well, I guess
losing franchise. Trust me.
Okay, and the only other huge favorite I'm seeing, Wofford minus 14 over
I don't
VMI.
like Wofford. They burned me back there in 1984. I think.
All right. Good show, guys. I think
all right. I just got double teamed, Dennis, and I'm all right with it. By God, I'll handle it.
No, you'll have the biggest last laugh if you wind up catching all these.
I can't wait. I will not be asleep
tonight.
I am watching these games.
Yes, Paulie and I will be on Google Hangouts tonight to answer your questions, do a live chat, video style. But Sportsbit's not about that today. Sportsbit breaks down the NFC Championship game. When I say breaks down, I mean this is the type of analysis bettors are looking for. Not mainstream. We're talking point spreads. We're talking totals. Check it out right now. Sportsbit. Betting Insight today.
All right, guys. Great show today. Thursday, January 19th, college basketball. Jeff from BMOCwins.com. Thanks so much, as always. Mike Brenner, thanks for your ballsy.
I'm surprised that you're taking a cheap shot like that.
Thanks for your ballsy picks, Mike Brenner. And we'll be back tomorrow for the Friday card, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, big man.
Thanks, big man.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.